And a lot of parents' ears perking up out there. School is almost out for summer, so what are the kids going to do to occupy those long days? If you don't have a plan in place, there's a chance your youngsters will spend a good portion of their time watching TV or playing video games. So here to offer some advice on getting the kids off the couch, Julie Freedman Smith from Parenting Power, one of their regular visits with us. Good morning.
Good morning.
This is a big deal.
Yes, it is. We hear a lot from parents kind of scared about summer holidays. So.
Okay, so planning should probably start now?
Well, it's good to take the time now to think about it because June flies by so quickly. And really, it's just about having some kind of a plan instead of just winging it. Often the thought is, well, there's no plan for this summer. We don't have to get the kids up for school. Let's just let it fly.
Right.
But when we let it fly, we have kids who have gone from a very structured environment to an environment with no structure, and that often ends up in a lot of arguments, a lot of I'm bored, a lot of just, it's not a happy time for families, and it could be, just with a little bit of planning.
Okay, so let's talk about what we could put in place to make it a little bit more smooth.
Okay, so it doesn't have to be timed to the minute. This is not the kind of structure we're looking for. But think about some key things. Sleep always is a big one, because we tend to, when it's lighter out at night, we tend to push bedtimes later, which is great, it's fine. But if you've got a child who's still getting up, bing, 6:30 every morning, they need the right amount of sleep. So you need to be cognizant that they are getting a chance to go to bed. If you've got a child who's still napping, stick to that nap schedule.
Okay.
That's really important. Another thing is chores. Stuff still needs to get done around the house. We as parents have things to do, and our kids have things they need to do. So actually articulating what those things are, and always when it comes to tasks that we want our kids to do, the more clearly we can define that. So on Tuesdays at 5, we are getting the garbage ready for the garbage man who's coming the next day. So put it down to a day and a time so that it's very clear. Then it's not, oh, I thought I could do that later, or I didn't know I was supposed to do that today. Everybody knows. So chores are important there too.
Okay, what about boundaries when it comes to things like, you know, video games, television, screen time, etc.?
So only state what you're going to follow through with, okay? We really encourage parents to put some boundaries on that. Often, actually at our house, we kind of have a few days where it's just full on. Kids can be on technology for a couple of days, and then the laws go into effect. So our kids know that that's the way it's going to go. Plan some time and decide, you know, if you've got a chunk of time and you want to split that up. You can be online for 2 hours today, and that would include TV and devices and computer, whatever it is. But we want you to do an hour of that and then be active for an hour and then come back and do a second hour. And have kids be responsible to write down when they start or put the timer on when they start. So start to teach them how to manage that themselves.
Okay, now some people have the luxury of camp, some don't. So that's a good option if you can do it, right?
If it's the right option for your family, it's good. Don't feel guilty if you're not putting your kids in camp. If you don't have the money for it right now in your home, don't worry about it. Do what needs to work for your family. But be really clear. If you are sending kids to camp, you're going to camp. Like, it's not a question of, oh, today you can go, but tomorrow you don't have to. Decide what your family values are and then stick to them.
Okay, so anything else before we finish that people need to know? Because this is really, I mean,
it's just about being clear with your expectations. If you know you go grocery shopping every Wednesday morning, let the kids know, no, we're not going out Wednesday morning because that's grocery shopping time. Everybody's getting in the van, we're going to do it. We can plan something for Wednesday afternoon. Oh, and independent play. You don't have to entertain your kids the whole time.
Thank you for saying that.
You need to teach them that they can play on their own. Then come together and go for a walk. Then let them do something on their own again. Set clear times. If they've never done it before, start with tiny amounts of time, set them up for what they're going to do, and gradually expand that time.
No matter what age they are, it is all about...
Two and up.
And all about sticking to your word, too,
Absolutely.
right? Not caving, which happened. How do people find you, Julie?
ParentingPower.ca or Facebook.com/parentingpower.
We will see you soon. Thank you so much for this. BreakfastTelevision.ca.